Torrance baseball dominated the Pioneer Leagues last year, but they fell short of the CIF title. Sports Desk reporter Brandon Ortega gives us a preview of what's in store for the Tartars this season.
The Tartars came up just a few runs short of the CIF championship last season after losing in the finals to San Dimas at Angels Stadium. It's now been about 8 months since Torrance fell short of CIF supremacy. The 2010 season got kicked off just a few days ago, and the Tartars seniors are feeling very confident that this year's squad can take it to the next level.
Well, now we got a lot of more experienced guys who've been there and done it, so hopefully us returners can influence the younger players to being more confident, more relaxed when they get there, when we get there, and just teach them up and tell them how to do things correct way so not many errors occur.
I try to keep the same mentality, same focus, give 150% practice, and basically teach our younger guys what we learned last year, and hopefully push this to the CIF game again this year.
We're going to use the last year's experience pretty much. I mean, we all know exactly what it takes to get there, and it starts with practice. I mean, 100, like Ivan said, 150%. I mean, we got to do what we got to do, just maintain our focus.
This year, the Tartars are led by one of the best high school players in the Southland, in Angelo Gums. Gums is committed to play at USC next fall, but right now he's got all of his focus on ending his senior campaign with a bang.
Last year, my year I had, everything was pretty good. Start to fall off a little at the end, but I'm gonna make sure that doesn't happen this year, work a little bit harder, and the way I've changed a lot of things, I've been working harder at hitting. I hit till my hands bleed, and just do everything I can to my fullest. I've only been playing shortstop for about 4 years now, so when I do those shortstop drills, I do whatever I can to get better, and that's how I can help the team and help myself to get where we're going.
Entering his 6th season as the Tartars head coach, Ollie Turner leads an experienced squad that returns the core of the Tartars team that advanced to the CIF finals last year. The Tartars also lost some key players, like Daily Breeze Player of the Year Andrew Pulido, who is now at El Camino College. Coach Turner feels very confident that his team can pick up the slack and contend for another Pioneer League championship and a CIF title as well.
We know that working hard is not going to hurt us, so we're just going to try to work harder than we did last year, pay attention to more detail, and I think we have the players that are hungry to get back there, and you know, just try to be as good as we can as this year's team. You know, we don't necessarily know what that means as far as, you know, we know there's a lot of other people doing the same thing out there, but for us, we just want to try to fulfill what this team can be, and enjoy the ride and see where that takes us.
Before the Tartars can begin their quest back to the CIF title game, they'll be going for their 4th straight Pioneer League title. With this year's crop of newcomers and returners from last year's squad, they just might make it 4 in a row. Reporting for the Sports Desk, I'm Brandon Ortega.
Thanks so much, Brandon. One of the most notable key returners is Gums. He's committed to USC, as you know. And seniors Josh Mingura and Ivan Dominguez and junior Rafael Ramirez are the rest of the returners with something to prove. Andrew Pulido is now pitching for El Camino. Will Kohlmeyer is on scholarship at Cal State Monterey Bay. And they will also miss Anthony Villela and, of course, the camaraderie of Jordan Fachet. The 2010 South Spartan baseball team wants more. More wins, that is. As they head into their season, their fast and furious style of baseball will be accompanied by more leadership. The real question is, will it bring more wins? Michael French tells us all about it.
The ping means one thing. South High baseball is back in the city of Torrance. And for head coach Grady Sane, this means it's an opportunity for his team to work on the basics of the game.
And how we want to approach a ground ball, fly balls, throwing to the right bases, and with our pitching staff being able to locate pitches.
Coach Sane feels he's going to need big contributions from everywhere on the field, but especially the guys throwing from the mound.
Our whole pitching staff, we expect to use them throughout the whole entire season and make a great impact on our game. We should be strong defensively. We don't lack speed, so that's a good thing. So we got to utilize our quickness, our speed on the defensive side, and also offensively. So,
despite the pressure being put on his unit, senior Matt Borgielli thinks his pitching staff can handle the pressure.
And you know, they really put in the hours, and we really appreciate that. There's a lot of running and hard times, but we always stick through it.
and the hard times that come with the grind of a 25-game season is something that junior Chris Eldape, the first baseman, wants to prepare for.
Just staying fresh, those 25 or so games. Last year we kind of ran out of arms, so this year I was trying to stay fresh and healthy.
And if Eldape gets his wish and the team does stay healthy, head coach Grady Sain said he expects his team to be competitive in every game, and more importantly, fans of South High baseball can expect to see the type of games they're gonna want to watch.
Fast, competitive team. I mean, I think that there's going to be a lot of action. It shouldn't be a dull baseball game, that's for sure.
Fourth-year head coach Grady Sain said it's going to be important for his team to play fundamentally sound baseball and for pitchers Matt Borgielli and Ryan Carmona to locate their pitches, not leave balls over the plate. If they do that, Coach Sain feels his team will be competitive in Pioneer League play. Reporting from the Sports Desk, this is Michael French.
Thanks, Mike. The Spartans return sophomore Matt Bunch, Carmona at shortstop, and he's also right-handed pitcher. Senior Chris Eldape is at first. Matt Borgiali is right-handed pitcher on the mound. The loss of Chris Coe, Kevin Larson, and Jeff Lowe at first will have a little impact on Grady Sain's team. There's one more Pioneer League team to talk about. The Saxons baseball squad lost a few good players to graduation. This team was average last year and knows all about the stiff competition ahead. Confidence is key for North to pull ahead this season, and the players have got it. What's their secret? It could be all the fall and winter ball they played together, or maybe some other stuff too. Sarah Pila fills us in.
The North Saxon baseball team is ready for their upcoming season. This year, the team has a lot of new players on the roster, but that won't deter them for their hopes of a winning season.
We're looking to get back into playoffs this year. We got a young team, a lot of sophomores that, we're hoping that they develop, especially early in the year, preseason, before we get to league play.
I expect a lot of this team because, even though we're young, we work really hard, and we're all good, and we've been playing for years at a time with each other, so I expect a lot out of this team this year.
Expectations are high, and with younger kids on the team, they need to get on the same level as the rest.
We play a lot of games in the off-season, a lot of games on Saturdays over the fall ball, so these guys have been playing together since September, and that's really helped them out. They've seen a lot of different schools, a lot of different varsity pitching, and they're really comfortable with where they're at right now.
Just a lot of summer games, just getting them up on that varsity level, just getting them used to the pitching, just the defense.
The team was gone in the first round of CIF last year and finished with a 500 league record. What did they learn from that?
We learned to come together better towards the end of the season instead of kind of letting it drift off, and so you just keeping together.
We've learned to become a team. Last year we've had a couple eye guys and everything, but this year we've clicked together and we've learned a lot.
So what would be a successful season for the Saxons?
We're playing a real tough league. For one thing, Torrance and El Segundo are very good, South's good, and we just, finishing strong in league.
I'm here at North High where the Saxons are gearing up for their upcoming season. The expectations are high, even though a lot of the players are relatively young. They hope to do well in league as well as CIF. For the Sports Desk, I'm Sarah Pila.
Thanks, Sarah. This young team lost Hiro Nakatomi on the mound and in the outfield. Scott Livergood got him out of a few jams as well, but the team is looking forward, not backward. That wraps it up for the baseball previews for the Pioneer League. And from the looks of it, the Tartars might land on top, but it'll be a dogfight against El Segundo. South might surprise a few fans, and North wants to do more than just break even this season. Now, after the break, there's a softball team that has a little swagger left from years past.